YouTube faithful, what it is, what it do? It's Taco Tuesday. We get 3 tacos. We're coming. We're going to try to smash them. We're going to try to pair them up and win some coin. Now, yesterday's video was late. And then they ruled out CMC, which we thought it was possible, but realistically, I didn't think he was going to sit week 1. I was like, there's no way he's going to disappoint all these people week 1. But sure enough, he did. So the entire slate changed. We did a live stream at roughly 6 p.m. Central, and we were able to get all of the 49ers right. Believe it or not, we got every single 49er correct. The problem, you say? Every single Jet that we took besides 2 sold. The kicker, Zerline, no field goals attempted. Garrett Wilson cashed his gobby and receiving targets and his receptions, but sold his main yards, didn't get an anytime touchdown with Conklin. Aaron Rodgers sold his passing yards. Breece Hall sold his rush reception yards. I mean, Lazard respected coin, but all the Jets sold. And since we paired our Niners with the Jets, it was a disaster class. So that being said, I'm holding a big fat L from yesterday. I think I'm down 36 units, roughly. I think, but it's okay because I made like 50 the day before. That's the game. That's the business we're in, fella. It's the life we've chosen. You got to be prepared for that because it's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, just as sure as water is wet, it's going to happen. It could happen again today. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, it does. I'm worried about the end of the quarter, the end of the month, the end of the season. I could care less what happens on a day-to-day basis, and so should you. If you start to care about, well, I lost 10 yesterday, and then I lost 5 the day before that, I'm pretty sure. Know your role, jabroni. What you need to worry about is not caring. Oh, Cap, we got it. Easy for you to say because you're mad. No, it's because you'll start to make bad decisions based on what happened the day before. You'll start to ban players. You'll start to overthink spots that you shouldn't have. If the read was sound, you made the right play, then you're good to go. We scripted Aaron Rodgers to be throwing from behind with CMC in the mix. They ruled him out. So then I stopped doubling down on it, but they were way behind and he was throwing from behind. They just gave up early and they couldn't get anything going because their defense was terrible. The 49ers more than doubled their play calling, which means for every play the Jets called, the Niners called another one. That's the time of possession. It was insane. Whenever that happens, you're going to run into problems. So forget yesterday. We lost units. We're bouncing back today. Hopefully we got MLB and WNBA, and I'm going to open it up with the WNBA wagons. But first, let's go over to D Jizzle and see if we got any value, baby. I'm telling you guys, I finagled Matt into a discount for you guys. The creator of this company, he's a good guy. He's very smart, but you can use code CRUSH35 on their seasonal package, their quarterly packages, and you'll get 35% off of all of that, which is crispy. Make sure you take advantage of that because it's a huge deal. Normally, it's 25% off for the month, but you can get up to 35% off of the entire season. So get in the mix. So here we go. We got Sabrina, last 6 assists. She's 5.5 everywhere else. I'm probably not going to be touching that too much. Remember, the target we're looking for, y'all, is 54.5. That's the money card. Jordan Canada. Oh, Canada. 9.5 RA. Sure, why not? You want to go there? Canada used to be a wagon. I don't know what happened to her, but she used to be a wagon. Stewie, my boy Stewie. Not Stewie Younger, but Brianna Stewie. 11.5 RA. Used to be a wagon. Used to be a wagon. You want to go there? God bless you, okay? But as you can see, folks, just like always with the WNBA, there's no value and there won't be until an hour before tip-off because that's just how it seems to be, which is why it's crucial, imperative that you're in Captain Crush's live stream so when we have it, I can cover it and I can pass it along to you. But since we know there's no value here for WNBA, we can automatically switch it up to MLB. But before we do that, I'm going to give you some gut calls because when there is no clear odds value, we got to make the gut calls. And here we go, y'all. My girl, Rin Howard, has been in demon mode lately. Look at this. Look at you last 5 Kings are going off. 36, 33, 31, 19. Now all these teams, Indiana, Dallas, Phoenix, poverty. She's now playing a decent team, 19 points. You want to go there? I won't begrudge you a bit, okay? That's number 1 for the full game. Obviously, her Gabi is super crispy at 19 or 14.5. I think it's good. And before you get all up on your rocker, oh, I don't like Gabis. I'm too good for Gabis. Sure you are, buddy. So your max unit is 5 $25, but you're too good for a double up? Sure, tell me more. I can't wait to talk to you on a live mic. I can't wait. By the way, that's an open challenge for any of you comment guys. You want to step up to the plate. You want to go 1v1 on a mic with Captain Crush. I'm begging you to step up to the plate. I'm begging you. Somebody step up to the plate. Now let's keep it moving. There's a lot of gobbies. And there's a lot of demons on here. Where are you going to go? Well, Rakia Jackson might just be a wagon again. But you know what? You know what I've learned with the WNBA, y'all? You can't really depend on the full game line so much, which is why out of all the sports, I target the first half the most. It just seems to be better for me personally. And what I mean by that is my ROI, that's return on investment for you. It means it's higher when I take first half. I don't know what it is with this particular sport, but it's definitely higher. I don't know why that is with this sport. Anyways, Jonquel Jones, keeping up with the Joneses. She's always a wagon. She's playing Dallas. The Dallas defense has no threat to Captain Crush. If she sells, well, by God, she sells. Everybody that plays WNBA knows she's a wagon. I'm talking to you, retired Timmy. You know she's a wagon. You gotta have Jonquel in some mix, but sometimes she gets gate kept for no reason. Coach says, bang, give me some Jonquel off the court. 3 minutes left in the second half, and she gets, or in the first half in the second quarter, and she gets pulled, and then she chalks. Hopefully we fade that today, but she's a wagon, and she's getting in the mix. Next, Carrington. She sold everybody the other day. Where was it? September 3rd. 8 fantasy points, but I'm going right back to her. I won't begrudge you a bit. She's absolutely in the mix. She just played him. 18. She's got block and steal equity. She's got point equity. You want to take her first half points? God bless you. I don't care. It's in the mix. 6.5. Either one of those are fine, y'all. Either one of those are fine. This is my favorite two. And then Bonner is usually her first half line is at 8. It's at 7.5 here. If you want to take a shot on this, I do like it. I will take it. I'm limited with it. And then Tierra McCowan, 11 first half points, rebounds, assists is okay too. There's some other ones that I like. They're in the Discord posted up. So make sure you're checking the daily prop list in the Discord or you're doing it wrong, okay? And then for rebounds for the full game, where are we going? Where are we going? Where is she? Where you at, girl? This is for Watts. Tierra McCowan, 9 rebounds. Does she have a gobby? Bang! 7.5 rebounds. There it is. You could go right there. Either one of these is fine. The gobby's obviously going to be the one that hits more often. You could go there if you'd like. Again, my exposure to WNBA is going down to Chinatown. Why? Because I'm starting to transition NFL, NBA. NBA is right around the corner, folks. Don't get it twisted. October 22nd, I believe. We're coming in with a mix. We're going to have 3 days of NFL every week. Sunday, Thursday, Monday, and then bang, NBA every night. And we can put the summer behind us. And if you got out of the summer ahead of the game, then you made coin. Personally, I did June, July, August. Plus units for all 3 months, so I can't complain. I have one more, which is September, and I plan on crushing that too. So let's do MLB, y'all. What do you say? Let's do MLB. We got D Jizzle here with, as usual, all the fantasy scores are being juiced under. What's new, baby? Nothing's new. Nothing is new. Jordan Yarn Alvarez, 1.5 total bases. Can he smash a double out of the park? Can he smash a double, a ground rule double, a home run, a triple, whatever he's got to do? Can he get 1.5 bases? Or he could just hit 2 singles. That's in the mix too. You want to go with Jordan Yarn Alvarez? God bless you. I think he's in play. Duran, word on the street, he sold everybody last night. Word on the street, man. Word on the street. I didn't play MLB. I went light yesterday. I didn't have any Duran, but word on the street is he sold. You want to go back to Duran? You can, comment guy. Lopez, this line has been, I don't know what's going on with it. More 5.5. It's been moving like a freight train through butter all day. Pinnacle had him at minus 135. Now he's down to minus 130. Bovada had him at minus 150. Now he's at minus 145. This is why it's critical to wait, be patient, and wait and see what happens before lock, before the closing line, okay? You dig? You understand what I'm telling you? You may think, oh, I got all my value in early, but bang, they flip a switch and bang, now you're on the opposite side and you're crushed. You're hating life. Be patient, man. If you want to take Mr. Lopez, I don't hate it. I personally think his Gabi at 4.5 would be the move. I have him personally projected for 5.6. It's going to be sweaty. He should get 6 Ks here more often than not, but hey, you never know how it's going to be with these MLB pitchers, man. Some days they're dealing, other days they're getting shelled. Peterson, the man just dealt 9 Ks the other day. 4.5 Ks. Do I think he could get 5? Is it well within his range of outcomes? You betcha. You can go with David Peterson. Now, none of these guys are 54.5 or higher, so that is something to be concerned about. But in the meantime, you can take whatever you want. Lindor, he was on an absolute tear, and now he's on an absolute cold streak. 4 in a row. You want to go to Lindor at 7.5? I won't begrudge you, man. I'm going there myself. I'll have some Lindor. I'll have some Josh Naylor, under hit or strikeout. I'll have some Lawrence Butler, more 1.5. And what a caveat, what a segue. Let's get in the mix. Hey, where you at, boy? My man, Lawrence Butler, 1.5. This dude was the wagon of wagons. Now he's back to 1.5. He's playing spaghetti, and I'm not talking Chef Boyardee. I will take a shot on Mr. Butler. The man was a wagon. He had 2 games where he just got 1, but look at this, 3-2-2. I mean, the man was due regression, but now I think he can get yarn. You want to take his fantasy score? You want to take his 1.5? His fantasy score is actually the one to take via DG, but I think his 1.5 is in the mix too. And if you want to be crazy, you can take his demon, because if I take a hitter at 1.5, I will take a separate lineup with his demon, because I ain't scared. I want to get all the exposure. If he has a ceiling game, I want it all, baby. So I will take it. All 3 of these are dealing. I ain't worried about spaghetti. Did you see how many earned runs he gave up last game? But speaking of spaghetti, he is due a bounce back game, y'all. Everybody was on spaghetti last game and he sold, but now he could bounce back. He's in a good spot. I don't think he's going to get 8 Ks personally, but I think he could bounce back. He absolutely should bounce back. I mean, look at this man. He had 0 Ks in the nut spot. That's to be expected. 6-5-13. The man has significant upside. So what I would tell you to do with this, if you really want to take Spencer today, you think he's going to bounce back, you're like, bang, bang, Cap, he's bouncing back. He just had a disaster class. He's in a good spot. Hey, I won't begrudge you. This is the move. You scroll your little grubby paw up. You scroll, you find it. Where is it? Did they already? Bang. This would be what you take. Why, Cap? Why would you do that? Because Mr. Osvaldo can get 2 to 4 himself, all right? He can get 2 to 4, and he has a ceiling of 5 to 6. And Spencer SpaghettiOs can get 10 by himself. I've seen him do it. He's capable. Is he going to get 10 tonight? Probably, most likely not. However, I do think that if you were going to if you said, Cap, I'm hell-bent on Spencer Spaghetti today, this is what you'd want to do. You'd want to take the combo. It gives you a little bit of a buffer. Bido gets 2 to 4, maybe 5, and then Spencer, he can get 5 to 6. Easy peasy. If he's on point, is he on point today? Your guess is as good as mine. That's my take on SpaghettiOs. I ain't gonna go into detail much more on SpaghettiOs. Now let's talk about ones that I do like. Obviously, we're taking the taco. Now here's the play, y'all. It's simple. The taco at 3.5, that means with the other taco pairs coming out, you take the Gabi and you call it a day. Well, why are you doing that? Because, oh my God in heaven, because we want to be overexposed. We want to have all the exposure. We want to take all of Gallon when we think he's going to hit, okay? If you think he's going to cash this taco and you maxed it out, why in God's name wouldn't you take his Gabi at 3.5 and other line? Because I'm scared and I want to limit my exposure to him, because what if he sells? Then then you lose. That's what's going to happen. You lose the day if he sells. If he sells the taco, you already lost, okay? So make the choice. Either go all in on the taco or fade the taco. But if you go all in on the taco, which my maximum is 100 and some people's are 30, 50. If you're going to do that, then you have to take his Gabi over here, because if he cashes this, he's going to cash this. And then your other taco pairs, it literally gives you maximum equity at his line at 3.5. That is what I do. So then whatever I pair with Gallon, which by the time this video is live, this is going to be gone, but you can take his Gabi at 3.5 with your other taco pairs or even other lineups. If you don't want to take his taco, or if you don't want to pair him with your taco, fine. Have exposure to him in other lineups, because if he does cash this, which you're going to be sweating, he's going to cash this. It's the same line. So you're going to just be rooting for the same thing. You've already committed to it by maxing out the taco. There's no reason not to take a stand and go all in on it, unless you just absolutely hate it and you're just taking the discount just to take it. But if that's the case, then you probably should just uninstall, bro. I'm the type of guy that is going to take a stand, and if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm going to lose. That's why I have days where I'm up 70 units and other days where I'm down 40 units and vice versa. I'm not just trying to grind out 3 units today, 4 units tomorrow. Sure, that's the safe way to go. But I'm trying to have Nagasaki days so I can lose 7 days straight. But on that 8th day, Nagasaki comes in and goes bang! And all the units flood down from the heavens into my account. That's what I'm trying to do, y'all. Okay? That's the way to do it. Anchors and darts. If you have a different strategy, like I said, feel free to come on the mic and try to cook Captain Crush. I'm begging you to. I'm begging somebody to try to do it. I'm begging somebody to take this thing away from me. So that's all I got to say about that. Now let's move on. We're done talking about Gallon. Now, is Gallon likely to sell, by the way? Last thing? Of course. He's Zach Gallon. Also, it's the Rangers. Why wouldn't he sell? I mean, realistically. So, what did I pair him with, Cat? What did Cat pair him with? Well, I got good news and bad news, y'all. I got safety first, which would be the man, the myth, the legend, Shota Imanaga for 2x. Right there. That's a crispy 2x. Do I think he can get 4 Ks against the Dodgers? My brothers in Christ and sisters, if you put old Crush back on the mound, I could probably get 1 or 2 Ks versus them Dodgers. I'm throwing gas, whether you believe me or not. I'm throwing gas, brother. I'm telling you, I'm throwing gas. It's all in the legs. I'm just chatting, though, for real. I'm not striking out any Dodgers. But I think Shota can get 4. In fact, I think he gets at least 4 to 5. So I think his Gabby is fine. If you want to take this and hope for the push, you can. I mean, how many times have we seen a Shota disaster class? It's been a lot. So I don't begrudge you a bit if you fade him, which is why I'm going to give you multiple options here, y'all. I'm all about diversity when it comes to props. All right. My boy, Griffin Canning. Does Brick know his Angels? I don't know about Brick, but Captain Crush knows his Angels. And I think he can get 5 Twins to sit down. Okay. I really do. Is it likely? I think he hits. But what I like even better for Canning, I'll talk about in a moment. If Yu Darvish wasn't on a pitch count, y'all, if he wasn't on a pitch count, 5.5 Ks would be mint in this matchup. I took him last time versus Detroit. They pulled him at 4 innings for no reason. The man was dealing. But you could go back there if you've got the stones for it. Same thing with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 4.5 Ks. He's likely playing 3 to 4 innings, y'all, if that. Can he get 9 Ks in 3 innings against the poverty Cubs? Well, you betcha he could. But if you think for one single solitary second that Yoshi's going to be going the distance today, you're wrong. He ain't. He ain't going the distance today. They're going to limit him. I think like 50 pitches, 3 to 4 innings max. So if you got the stones and you want a fun sweat, you could take him and Darvish in the same. That way, if they both sell, it only affects one of your lineups. But you'd want to take more on both. But I'm not pairing those guys in any of my high dollar stuff and literally probably won't be touching them at all. And then you have Eovaldi at 5 Ks. I think that's actually good too. Eovaldi can get 5 strikeouts. Now, Arizona, it's going to be tight and dicey, but I do think he can get 5. Kirby, 5 Ks. I actually like Kirby to get shelled today, to be honest with you. I think Kirby, more 1.5 earned runs is fine. 2.5 payout for this. It's basically 3x. You're sacrificing $13.50 or $12.50. If you take 25 on this too, you're sacrificing $12.50. Now, if they had Kirby at 2.5 Demon, I would like that a lot, actually. 1.5 earned runs allowed. I think he's going to give up 2. The Padres have heavy hitters. I'm not afraid of Kirby. He just had an insane game, and I think he's due to come back to reality. So I think that's a fine pair you could use for any of your tacos or just your regular lineups. Now, Ronaldo Lopez. I opened up with him on DG. He's projected in my model for 5.6. He was minus 130 on the books, basically to get 6, but I personally don't really like it that much, but I went with it. I'm trusting the numbers. I think his Gabi at 4.5 would be the optimal line, and that's going to pay you 2.25x. Okay, so either Kirby or him, that's fine for the Gobbies. Now, I'm burying the lead. What did I do personally? I paired it with a Demon today because I'm not scared. And it's none other than my boy, Chivale. His Demon earned runs. Psych. I'm not taking his Demon earned runs. What are you, crazy? Could he get 3 earned run Demon? Sure. Does a bear poop in the woods? But Captain Crush is taking his 15.5 pitching outs. The Giants are no threat to me at all. I'm not worried about them. In fact, he just played and put put up a 21 piece. All right, remember, we're looking at range of outcomes, y'all, and Captain Crush has got it right here. His pitching outs, in the last 20, he's gone over 9 of 20, 15, 21, 12, 18, 19, 12, 16. Is it going to be a sweat? Absolutely, bro, but look at his head-to-heads. 21, and then last season, 18. Look at the matchup for K's. The Giants they're not interesting. They're not good. 26th and 27th. I did like his strikeouts, to be honest, but they only have a Gabi at 4.5. You can take either or. 7 on there, and then he had the range of outcomes 10 of 20. He can go over 4.5, but again, PrizePicks only has it as a Gabi. If they had it at 5, I would take it, but 4.5 is fine too. Either one of those is fine. You can see his Gabi pays 2.5x. It's actually going to pay pretty decent. So either one of those is fine. That is what you can do. Now for the other pairs, you could do that. Now you don't want Gabis, you don't want demons. Let's find some regular ones for you. Like, let's just rapid fire, okay? Lopez is fine. Ranger Suarez. I cannot figure this out why he's juiced under, and for that reason, I'm fading. If you want to take Suarez, do not take him on PrizePicks. Take him on Chalkboard where they're going to pay you the 2x or the fair wage. Do not take him on PrizePicks. I took Peterson at 4.5. They bumped him to 5. Knew that was coming. Canning at 4.5 is fine. His demon outs is also fine. And then, I mean, as far as the hitters go, well, Captain Crush loves his hitters, and we will talk about that on the live stream today at 4:45. Not to get y'all hyped up. Mark's World had himself a good day. Shadow Link. I did post some MLB yesterday. He did tail that. That worked out for him. Walker, unfortunately, was a push. Still 1.5x. Still profit. I did post this. Moody's Fantasy Matt Olson 1.5, that cashed. Andre's been on an absolute heater. Good for you, buddy. Faceless Man continues to cash. Kicks on Chicks cashed. Listen, I post the projection sheets, and we had a live stream for the NFL, and I literally had Brock Purdy right, Deebo Samuel right, Brandon Ayuk under right, Moody right, Juan Jennings over 19.5 receiving yards. Nobody was talking about Jennings yesterday, but Captain Crush, I got him. I crushed him. He hit his demon. I analyzed it, got it, and Mason went over too. As soon as they put him as the starter, I told everybody he was the guy. Take it. Now, unfortunately, my pairs absolutely sold. I didn't have one winning lineup yesterday for NFL because I had every one of them paired with either Wilson, Hall, or Rodgers. It happens. But at the end of the day, there's still money to be made if you follow the principles, okay? Now, for every NFL game, I post projection sheets that look just like this. Color code it for you so it's easy peasy to digest and you can see. As you can see, I had Juan Jennings projected for 20 receiving yards, and his line was 19. So we took over on it, and I cashed it, okay? This actually moved a little bit once CMC was out. Breece Hall projected for 17.9 fantasy. His line was 15. Cash it, okay? So that's how that works. I post MLB projections. Today's are already out. This is how it looks for yesterday's. Skeens, his line was 5.5 or 6. He got 7 Ks or something like that. I had him projected for 6.8. You'd find the line, check the sheet, check DG, and put it in. I also give you slips, lineups, and a playlist as that, and we have live streams every single day, Monday through Friday. The live streams is where we will go over the closing line value and everything else. CaptainCrush.net, scroll down. Gold package is the ticket into the Discord, baby. $24.99 or the 6-month package. It's a steal. I'm giving it away. The 6-month package will square you up all the way till the end of NBA season, believe it or not, okay? You will get your money's worth, I promise you. I'm not like these other guys who literally have a Discord and have a dub club and just get you to sign up and abandon it. I'm 100% active in it, like 60 to 80 hours a week in that Discord, if not more. Ask the people that are in there. Ask them. The ones that are being true will tell you the truth. If there's haters, I have haters in my Discord. Why? Everybody has haters. It is what it is. But the ones that are going to keep it a buck will tell you the truth, which is Captain Crush respects your coin. Now, that live stream today is going to be critical. We're going to put lineups together. We might do a community lineup as well. We're going to shake and bake on this Taco Tuesday, and we're going to get in the mix. But as you can see, Underdog has a no sweat win or money back pick 4 max, $10 max, win or your money back. They also have a 20% profit boost on a $20 max lineup. This is critical, guys. Make sure you're not sleeping on Underdog. Use promo code CRUSH. You can get a deposit match up to 1,000, plus they'll get a free square, and you will get all these promotions, baby. This is the time. That's what I'm doing. Machado, Duran, Peterson, Butler, go ahead, get your protected play. Use code CRUSH, get in the mix. Email, you get 30 free days of my Discord as well. Now, before I close, real quick, guys, I'm working on a partnership with DraftKings so I can get you guys some decent things as well. Any of my partners in the links are in the description. Parlay Play, Chalkboard, Underdog. Make sure you check them out just because you got to be able to find the value. All of them are having promos, guys. Make sure you take advantage of it. And as far as football goes, don't worry about the noisy stats. For example, everybody's talking about Brandon Ayuk being God's gift because he got paid and all these other metrics about like route separation and all this stuff. Guys, at the end of the day, all those things are coping mechanism numbers that are just noise. It doesn't translate into actual field presence or field anything. Say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you saw yesterday dropping touchdowns, 2 catches for 20 some odd yards. Jennings outplayed him. Juice outplayed him. I don't care what you want to say. He missed practice. He wasn't in camp. Miss me. All that's excuses. The point is, guys like Tom Brady, who had no statistical metrics to make him feel like he's going to be good on paper, is the greatest of all time. And if that is true, then the same thing can be said for guys that have stat sheets of noise that are absolutely make them look like demons on paper, translating to the field to be garbage. It happens with every year, every season, every player. I'm not saying Brandon Ayuk isn't going to have a decent year. He's on an amazing team and he should have a good year. But what my original argument was, he's overpaid. I stand by it. He doesn't deserve that paycheck. I don't care what you say. You're not changing my mind. And yes, it is just week 1. Don't overreact in your fantasy football leagues. Don't start trading away guys like St. Brown, etc. because you're panicking. Just hang in there and don't let recency bias creep up on you. It's just like hypochondria. If you let it sit in, it'll creep up on you. Next thing you know, it's game over. So I appreciate you tuning in. Like and subscribe. I do showdown slates, NFL, NBA, WNBA, NBA, all of it. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.